Here's the bottom. The bloody and bruised pattern. Painted and ready for splash day. Time to see Shazam splash. There goes the paint job. Won't be seen again until I get to clear water.
Oh boy, there he goes.
Now to check the rest of the bilge. That all seems completely stable. Here at the hull speed indicator, seems dry. Back here, dry. And the last major one that will require some burping later on. Everything I can tell is dry. I should have dried out the bilge anyway. The water flowing here. Everything is good. Yeah, we are good. We're looking dry. All right. Fenders. I need some more fenders. Tied over on the courtesy dock splash. Now I need to recheck bilge and then final preparations, cleanup, and out. And here's Eddie getting to practice a little fishing and save the environment all in the same time.
Kill myself.
Working my way up the mast to replace a VHF antenna. Damon on the winch down below at the yard. At the old antenna. Everything else looks good up here. Rigging. All looks good. The new backstay, forestay. Alright. Pulled the parts off of the old antenna for the wind vane and now reassembling. Got everything squeezed tight, flowing. All right. How's it look? We're good? Okay. Out that way is the harbor. All right, starting to descend. The circulation of my legs is hurting. just going to dump my harness and gear and rope here out of the way so I can get underway. My last old antenna, I was reading between 2.7 and 3.2, and now we're reading 1.7. Six 1.5 It's a little out of tune, but that's remarkably better. Almost would work as a ham antenna. I've never used this smaller, lighter Genoa before. That's what I got. So I'm here, everything looks pulled tight. Alright, just need to roll it up. I've on the Syracuse waterway, this southern stretch of the canal system. It's been shallow. I think I've been plowing through some mud a few places. Now it's 7 feet. Motoring smoothly down the Myakka River, coming into the harbor. We're past that marker, and then I should be able to open up sails and turn the engine off for a bit. So I guess now I'll get this unbagged and ready. Got the main up. Now I need to open the Genoa, and this will be the first time to try it. My smaller Genoa 2, or maybe Genoa 3, pretty much a jib up for the first time. Tacking into the wind a little bit. Pretty good angle for going down the harbor, but barely over 2 knots. So probably, which was, I guess, nice to be gentle. I need the rest. That storm over there is throwing wind around and changing directions and speed. But that catamaran just used it to pass me. That's plain to see. And I'm now on main only. These things are getting a little rough to know what's going to happen next. The wind is being very difficult. The tack was quite a challenge. There's dolphins. Small pod popped up right after I tacked. Trying to get into a little bit deeper water and then turn back. My roller furler was getting about impossible to crank in and pull in. Look up, I've got a Halyard Wrap. Dang. I've got the anchor set. The Genoa is still up. I think I've unwrapped the Halyard Wrap, but it's completely open and it won't curl up. So now I guess I'll have to try and see if I can bring it up high enough to keep it from wrapping. Oh, pretty sunset. I had time to enjoy it. So for tonight, I have taken a short piece of old halyard line and extended the tack to the furler, and that allowed me to pull the halyard up, pulling the head to the top, which removed all the extra slack that was in the halyard, which had wrapped around the roller furler. And then with all that slack out, so it couldn't continue to wrap, I was able to furl up the Genoa. And so tomorrow I have to take a very, very careful look at that and see if we can get started or what other changes we need to make. I would like the tack to be a little bit closer to the deck for stability. This morning I'm going to sail off anchor, raise by hand. I've prepped the main, and there's what little bit of air movement I got is pushing me in the right direction. I don't know if it's going to be enough to do anything more than bob around, but I'm going to see if I can get on down towards Captiva or something. Raised anchor. Now pulling out the Genoa I only started using yesterday. It's lighter. Let's see what it catches. Get this set. Alright. Around 1.5 knots of speed over ground. I'm going against the tide, so full speed is probably something a little higher. Right now it says I'm 1.2 knots. But there's very light air in the sails. See how slow the anemometer is turning. But if I don't get started, I won't get anywhere. Gotta get moving to be there. I just got some wind. 3.4 knots. Flat water. Oh, I love it. Cape Coral, Florida, and Pine Island. I'm attempting a light air tack now. I'm try and head a little bit south. See if that'll help my direction any. Well, there's a sailboat out here and just motoring around. Nothing out. Got some fishermen here. Just trolling for some fish. And I'm a light air. Just poking a little bit. So I started the motor because I almost lost control. Now I got pointed a bit. And now a headwind showed up, which is heeling the boat over more. But the water is very flat, so not really an issue. I am letting the main spill just a little bit, just to keep it a little more comfortable. Now I've tacked up to the inlet. That's Boca Grande there. I'm told that after the Hurricane Ivan, that billionaires and ultra high net worth people bought out a lot of the property and ran out the millionaires. So, and now the millionaires then bought up more into Florida, driving those prices up. Cycle, vicious cycle. They're a little close. Oh well. Seem to still have a little bit of a Halyard Wrap problem. That was quite a difficult situation to get that Genoa furled up, but I did manage to do it. It's, the Halyard Wrap looks like it's sprung back out. I'll have to make another adjustment this evening. Right now I'm going to try and do main only. Alright, and there's the channel markers. So see if I can sail the ICW here, or the Gulf Coast Waterway. The dolphins just popped up over there. Thought they were going to play a little bit. Oh. Dropped anchor in between Mondongo Island and Captiva and Blanca Island. Wind is kind of turning. Hopefully this will work. There's a double rainbow over there Almost thought I started to see a triple. But we go the whole rest of the arch there. Got another one. So those two are, they're inverted of each other. We got one over here. Storm and variable winds last night. Anchor was kind of all over the place, and looks like it even slid and reset at one point. But now getting back on the Gulf Coast waterway and going to continue towards Captiva. Found out this island is not actually Captiva, or not anymore. It's actually a wildlife park refuge, Cayo Costa. Oops, island and Cabbage Key. Here's the end of Cayo Costa. That should be Captiva Inlet. All right, saw the charts right. And now this would be the North Captiva Island. Baby osprey. Wow, mother. The airport end of North Captiva Island, Salty Approach Airport, which is just north of another wildlife refuge area. White Sand Beach of North Captiva. And we have South Captiva. I'm at South Captiva Island. I've dropped the lunch hook to anchor, which seems to be fine. It's the orange Danforth. I got some work I need to do on my other two larger anchors, so I'll do that later, maybe after it cools down some. And just spun around 180 degrees and got hit with a good gust of wind. As you can see here, went from anchor here, swinging from straight through, which is complicated on the road. Looks like it's reset. I did just drop a second anchor, so I've got my M2 down with just barely enough length, and then the lunch hook Danforth is way on out there. So if that one starts to slide, hopefully the M2 will set and together they can hold. They shouldn't cross each other up with different lengths.